So I just arrived at Otsuka station this morning. I had a late start because I had to do a lot of laundry and I also had to get food and just rest up. I did a lot in the last 2 days that I've been here, and to be honest, I'm fighting through my jet lag with a lot of coffee, and I don't know if that's the play, but it's been working so far. I'm going to visit where I used to live in Japan back when I was doing the JET program, and I'm going to visit my old school. I'm gonna see how that's gonna go. I'm going to meet up with my supervisor, give her some omiyage from Canada. It's actually just American candy, don't tell her, she knows. And then I'm going to visit around the local town area of where my school was. This is in Oji station. It's around Oji station. Feel free to skip this yap sesh, but I just wanted to show you guys some changes that happened. This middle area didn't used to be here. The one that says Ironawa Hiroba. I'm not really sure what that means, but this building also didn't used to be here. A lot can change in like 4 years. Well, it's been 6 years since I taught, but this was built 4 years ago. Oh, sorry, 2 years ago. So this wasn't even here. Like nothing was there at all. Don Quixote was always here, and this road down here has a lot of ramen shops. Otsuka has a lot of food, but it's not a big station on the Yamanote line. The Yamanote line is the big circle around Tokyo, and it has a lot of stations and stops that are convenient because it connects to a lot of other lines that will take you about anywhere in Japan. You can go to the airport through the Yamanote line, you could go to out west or from the train, Shinkansen. The Yamanote line will drop you off at Shinjuku at Tokyo Station, and they're just really good connection areas. This is where I used to live back in the day. Sento Hirizu Sugamo. I'm pretty sure that's a Sugamo. Anyway, right here, there used to be a vending machine, and I remember back in the day, there was one night where I couldn't sleep, and some girl at 2:30 rang the, we all have ringers on our apartments, and she rang my apartment, and I was on room 203, and she told me that she's been ringing through all of them, but everyone's sleeping, or they just don't pick up the phone, they don't know. And I just picked up because I'm like, who's ringing at 2 in the morning? And it was funny because I thought she was just trying to sneak in. I thought she was like someone that wasn't supposed to be in the apartment, and I was genuinely terrified of this like tiny Japanese girl. Like I actually was scared, and I said, like, can you prove that you actually live in this building, because if I let you in, I'm going to be held responsible. And she's just like, oh, I was just getting water from the vending machine. I can show you where I live, and you can see that I live there. I have the keys and everything. And I said, okay, sure. I went downstairs. I'm 6'2" for context. This girl was maybe at my over here. Like I have no idea how tall she was. No taller than 5'2". She was very small. And at the time, I don't know why. I guess because it's 2 a.m. I'm petrified that she's actually going to do something to me. So I'm like keeping my distance away from her and just scared that she's gonna stab me or something. I don't know why she would even try to break into that building. Anyway, she showed me that she was on the 4th floor or something. I remember we went up and she's like, see, this is my room, whatever. I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, okay, you live here, that's fine. I'm gonna go back by. And I'm like, don't forget your keys next time. You don't want to get locked out. And then I think years later, I remembered that story, and I'm like, wait, why was I scared of I mean, you never know, she might have had a knife, but she was probably way more scared of me. I'm just like some random 6'2" dude, and like a foreigner, we don't have the best reputation around here, just acting like I own the place, but it turned out fine. A little bit out of the way, this is like 2 minutes away from my apartment, or where my apartment used to be, and I used to come to this konbini all the time, and I became friends with the convenience store workers, and I remember they were really nice, and I was like super depressed when I was in Japan, by the way, because I was just super lonely, and I didn't speak Japanese at all, and I would practice on them whatever I learned. I'd learn new grammar, and I would come up to them and practice on them, and I would tell them like, I'm seeing new grammar today, is that okay? And actually I see one that's working right now. And see if she recognizes me. ちょっとビデオを撮ってもいいですか？この、はいはい、顔がない。これがあげたかったんですけど、ちょっと変な、カナダから来たんですけど、アメリカのお土産、欲しかったら、ぜひ。ピーナッツ入ってるんだけど、アレルギーがあったらから危ない。はいはい。そしてお願いします。ありがとうございます。Here it is, we made it, Sakuragaoka. I used to teach here for 2 years, and you think I would shut up about it, but it was a really pivotal moment in my life. It's the first time I've lived alone and the first time I've lived abroad. So I have a lot of good and bad memories here, but I like to focus on the positive. I used to be a really negative person when I was here, so I think I've changed that a bit. But I'm gonna go visit my old supervisor, say hello to her. I'm not allowed to record inside the school, so I'm not going to do that. As long as I don't show any of the students' faces, I'm okay to show you guys the school from the inside. You can find it on Google anyway. So here you can see over there is the gym. Down here is the outdoor gym area. So they have like an indoor gymnasium and they have an outdoor gym. Obviously when it rains, they don't use this. I always found this really interesting. Apparently the person, like there was a friend of the architect that was really into Egypt and was given free reign on the choice of decor. And I guess he just went with like a traditional Egyptian pyramid style thing. But if you go in, luckily it's empty and not in use right now. This is just the music classroom. They've got a bunch of guitars and a piano, and that's pretty much it. Now I'm walking over to OG Station. It was actually really nice seeing all of the students. Even though they weren't my students, it was still nice to see them. I said hi to a whole bunch of teachers that I used to teach with. Honestly, they all look the same age. I know it's only been 5 years, but like it's just so weird how it's almost like nothing has changed in terms of like the relationships between us. You know, obviously we haven't seen each other in over 5 years, but it was very nice. I gave the students candy as well, just like some Reese's, and then for the people with peanut allergies, I gave them Maynard's Fuzzy Peach, and they were very happy, and it was nice. Honestly, it felt like I was a teacher at Sakuragaoka again. So now we're at Rocco's New York style pizza. So it's an interesting story. What basically happened was a Japanese lady and an American man got married, and then during the 2008 recession when they were in America, they thought it would be better to move back to Japan, and they opened up this store. And then they had kids with them, and then one of her sons, actually around 2 years ago, she told me, opened up right across the street, Rocco's California style tacos, because he grew up in California, but the dad was from New York. So I thought that was pretty cute, a mom and son business venture where they have stores right across from each other. New York style pizza, California style tacos. So for 1,000 yen or around $8 Canadian, you could get a slice of pizza, salad, and a drink. I think that's a pretty good deal. We're going to do a mini haul section in this video. My supervisor gave me this, and I want to show you guys what's inside. First of all, the bag's very cute. She gave me some tea. It says Hojicha over here. And then she gave me spicy, this is like Japanese snacks. It's kind of like a cracker. I mean, I think it is just a cracker. And this is obviously peanut and spicy. And last but not least, this is very difficult to do with one hand. Daifuku. And it's got different flavors. It's got yuzu, it's got apple, it's got, what is that? Kiwi? I guess kiwi? Ichigo. Do they really not have a word for kiwi in Japanese? Is it literally kiwi? Huh. Didn't know that. And this is just winter fruits, daifuku. I think it says, yeah, what is this? Fuyu no furutsu daifuku. Yeah, it's okay. Anyway, that's the haul. I'm just packing my bag. Here are my knee pads. They go in perfectly. They fit in great here. Honestly, I like this bag because it opens up all the way to the bottom. It's actually for airport security. You can put 2 laptops. It's my work backpack, but it also works for skateboarding. I'm gonna zip it up, and then I'm going to bring my helmet as well, which I brought from Canada. That says I love Kichijoji, and we're gonna go and skate the park. We're at Mayashita Park. The reason I told you guys to come the way that I said was because there's elevators right over there, and they take you straight up to the park. Otherwise, you'd have to go out through the escalators or the stairs over there. I mean, if you want to explore the mall, you can. There's a skate shop in here and a whole bunch of like different food areas and clothing brands. But up there on the top floor is where the skate park is, and I don't want to go up all the stairs, so we're gonna go up the elevator. In the elevator, you have to go over to this area where it says Mayashita Park Center. There, and you can pay for a 2-hour slot. They provide helmets. They require helmets, but their helmets don't fit comfortably on me, so I bring my own. Just got my wristband right here, and we go around this way to where the skate park is. I'm gonna throw down because it's so loud over here, no one's gonna hear it. There's a skate park, they're not gonna care, I don't think. Skate park. I'll show you guys a video of the inside. The skate park over here is the section with pool coping, and then there's like a little wall ride on this section that it's kind of hard to show you, and you know, just a little ball, quarter pipe bowl section. This is like a mini bowl with entire pool coping. There's this little fun run with a snake run right here. This is kind of like a replica of the Venice Bowl. That was like the idea here. It's like a mini version of the Venice Bowl. If you're saying, where's the street section? Don't you worry. They got one whole ledge for you guys. Right there. So if you're a street background skater, you could have a good time here. Wow. I just took a pretty nasty spill. I missed my back trucks on the front side 50-50, and I just completely fell to the flat bottom right here. So I went for a front side 50-50. My back wheels missed. I didn't expect it at all, and I was fully committed. My wheels slid out. I just fell straight to flat bottom and got whiplash. So yeah. totally forgot to record an ending for that video. I basically just took the train back and came home and slept.